Good morning, guys. How are you? My name is Marissa Myers. I'm one of the leaders of this group. A little bit about my story for those of you who don't know who I am. I'm a two-time elite coach, 2014, 2015. I have been a coach since July 2011. And my journey was not a journey of a straight one. I used to be a full-time CRNA. Now I'm a full-time Beachbody coach. And I came to Beachbody through the Insanity program. Basically, a friend of mine invited me over to her house to do the program with her, well, just one day, and I thought, wow, this is crazy. This is such a hard workout. I totally want to do this. I ended up buying my first program off Amazon.com because I didn't really understand how coaching worked. And I was working on my master's in anesthesia at that time, so I pretty much put that program on my shelf, and it collected dust for 6 months, just like Carl Deichler talks about. It was before we had challenge groups, and I was exhausted. I didn't feel like I had the time to work out, and it was such a grueling program that I didn't do it. So I ended up graduating from my master's in anesthesia to be a nurse anesthetist, and I decided, all right, I'm taking this thing full on. I'm doing it. Let's go. And I dusted that program off, and I did it for 60 days straight, and I got amazing results. It landed me on the infomercial, and I was able to, well, basically people started asking me how I was losing weight. So I started referring them to Beachbody.com to buy the Insanity program because I loved it so much. And my coach kept asking me to be a coach. I kept saying no. It took me 8 months to say yes. And the key for me saying yes was she invited me to an event where Shaun T was coming to work out live with us, and he was my soulmate workout, Insanity. So I went and I heard the stories of all these other coaches. There was about 100 other coaches there, and I thought, this is really cool. They're actually really helping people. This is amazing. I want to be a part of this, and I signed up to be a coach. Now, I wasn't drinking Shakeology. I had had it a few times. I didn't like the way it tasted. I wasn't a believer in what it did for you. So I signed up as a coach with just already owning the Insanity program, not doing Shakeology. And for the first 6 months, I absolutely failed miserably because I wasn't drinking it. So I couldn't speak from an authentic space. So finally, 6 months in, I had been to enough events where, well, actually, I went to one event. I went to Carl Deichler was actually speaking at a Lindsay Matway event, a Super Saturday, and I went. And yeah, so I went to the event and they talked about how everyone should be on Shakeology, so I was like, fine, I'm gonna do it. So I bought the Shakeology and I drank it every day for 30 days straight, and my business just started to really grow. And I started to really recruit people and help people because I was speaking from an authentic space. Fast forward a few years, and I didn't have a mentor because my mentor, shortly after she enrolled me, got pregnant and quit working the business. I had to just figure this all out on my own. I had no training programs. We had no Coach Basics. We had no challenge groups. And somehow I weaved my way and made a lot of mistakes, but was able to replace my salary and resign from being a full-time nurse anesthetist. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success from this opportunity. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of pain, a lot of failure, a lot of crying, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I was able to make it. So that's a little bit about my story. Like I said, I used to be a full-time nurse anesthetist. I still do work once a week just to keep my license active, but this is my full-time. I love Beachbody, and what I love about it, my passion for Beachbody, is working on disease prevention and helping people, lower their high cholesterol, lower their blood pressure, lower their blood sugar, all of those things that I was seeing in the hospital every day. I loved that we're able to prevent those things. And as a CRNA, I was only able to treat the patient once they were there. I wasn't able to work on disease prevention. So I want to welcome you all to the group. We are all super excited to have you here. And we want you to understand that Diamond, although I know a lot of you, maybe you've been working towards that goal for years and you're like, oh my God, it's so hard. It's not as hard as we make it out to be, but a lot of times we put that in our minds that, oh my gosh, Diamond is so hard, and we actually make it harder than it really is. So what I want you to realize today is it isn't as hard as you think that it is. And I truly believe that every single person that engages in this group and does everything that we laid out for you will be able to go Diamond by the end of this 6 weeks. So first, you have to get rid of those limiting beliefs. Get rid of the belief that Diamond is hard, and believe 100% that you can do this. And be committed to engaging in this group every single day and doing everything that we've laid out for you. And even if you don't hit diamond at the end of the 6 weeks, which I totally think you can, sorry guys, I'm really excited, obviously, then you will have moved your business forward, because we are focusing in this group on action. So take action. Don't be a collector of information. Everything that we teach you to do is important. Just apply it to your business and you're going to have moved it forward. So the group format, we're going to be posting live videos Monday through Friday. Each leader is going to take a day during the week and post a live video on a specific topic. You already have the calendar of what those topics will be. And then we're going to have a win the day, which will basically be, Carolyn has created a business activity tracker that we're all going to be using, and we're going to build on that business activity tracker throughout the first week. So by the end of the first week, you're going to have the complete tracker. But day one, you're not going to start with everything because we don't want to overwhelm you. If it takes you a little bit longer to get to the full tracker, that's fine. Do the best you can. Like I said, if you do everything that we teach you to do in this group, you will be successful and you will be able to reach your goals. So it's up to you how fast or how slow you want to go. If I were you, I would take it seriously and I would do every single thing on that tracker so that you have the ability to move your business forward to the best possible. And then the win the day is just basically going to be a reinforcement of that tracker. You know, basically the action steps for win the day are going to be part of that tracker. Now, today's topic, I'm sorry this is a little long, but it's including my introduction too, so is finding your why. If you don't know where you're going, how will you ever get there? So if you're planning to have a lunch with a friend and you said, yeah, let's have lunch, but you didn't plan a date, a time, or a place, how would you ever know where to meet that friend, what time to meet that friend, how would you ever be able to connect with that friend? You wouldn't, because you didn't actually plan all the specifics of it. So that's why it's so important to have a very clear why. You need to know where you're going in order to get there. What I do with my team, with my newer coaches, after they finish their first 7-day social media training, we set up a getting started call. In that getting started call, we talk about their why. We talk about all the things that they want to have. I know that some teams call it as a why wish list, and have them write down everything that they want, you know, physical, financial, personal, spiritual, all the things that they want to have that they are limited right now by time and money that they will be able to have if they reach their goals within the Beachbody business. A lot of times it's hard to make that goal in the beginning, but one thing that I do with them is I have them create a vision board, and I have them have them talk to me about the things that they want, and then I say, now go put that on a vision board, cut out some pictures, you know, paste it to a board, and send that to me. So then when they start to get discouraged and they want to quit, I have a copy of that board and I can send it back to them and I can say, guys, do you remember all these things? Do you really wanted to accomplish? Do you still want to accomplish those things? Are you willing to put in the work in order to make those things happen? So if that's something that you have, you know, teammates on your team, if you're a leader of a team and you already have some coaches that are working the business, it's an idea for you to help them get started. And they actually really like this assignment. Like I said, on some other teams, it's called the why wish list. So once you know where you're going, for me, I wanted to quit my CRNA job. I hated it. I absolutely was miserable and I wanted to get out of it. And I didn't know how I was going to do that, but I knew I was going to do that. I didn't know when, but I knew I was going to do it. And I just kept speaking it into the universe until it happened, until I was able to quit that job. So that's why you have to be so clear on your why. You need to know where you're going. Once you know where you're going, you can reverse engineer that goal. So say you want to build a 6-figure income, then you need to know how many challenge packs do you need to sell every month? How much do you need to increase your volume in order to make that happen? And if you don't understand all those things, look it up on YouTube, find some volume trainings, you know, connect with your upline, but be proactive in your education. Don't just expect your upline to teach you everything. Go look for that information on YouTube and find it. And you'll be more likely to understand it. If you know where to find it, you'll also be able to teach it. So I always recommend for people, if they don't understand something, to go to YouTube, go to your Coach Online office. There's tons of videos out there from tons of leaders. Find the information that you need to help you understand everything. Okay, so now that you understand, you need to have a very, very clear why, and you need to be emotionally connected to that why. It needs to be so huge that it makes you feel uncomfortable even thinking about it, and it makes you want to cry because you don't have any idea how you're going to get there, but you just need to know why. Now, since today is day 1 and we're doing why, I would love for you guys, after you watch this video, to share your why with the group. Now, it might take some time for you to think about that because maybe it's not really clear right now. Maybe your why is just you want to help people or you want to make a little bit of money. That's not a very clear why. So maybe you need to take time today and over this next week to really dig deeper into that and then share it with the group. But if you have a very clear why, or whatever it is, even if it's just a simple one, please share it with us. And if you feel really bold, sorry, I'm like so excited, I'm losing my voice, holy crap. Share that on your wall, publicly, on your Facebook wall, as one of your posts today. This is why, I'm a coach. It doesn't have to be what you've accomplished right now. It can be posting about what you're going to accomplish through this business. So I'm sorry this ended up being a little long, but I know that part of it was my introduction, which probably would have been a 5-minute video anyway, and I can be quite long-winded. I hope you found this helpful. I'm really excited to see what everybody does during this group. Remember, it's not that hard. You can do it. Part of reaching your why is going diamond, and you all have the ability to do that if you engage in this group every day. So good luck, keep the excitement, and move forward, guys. Have a great day.